Hey guys, sorry for the shaky video. um, Another thing I wanted to talk about was nothing. No, I'm joking. So I wanted to talk about the selective outrage with the Ukraine and all this other stuff going on. I like how Long Beach Griffey in his new video. Shout out to Long Beach Griffey. I love his stuff. It's funny as hell. Okay. um, And while I'm at it, I'm gonna do a bunch of shout outs right now, real quick, because I can do that. So shout out again to Long Beach Griffey. Shout out to the Godfather Kevin Samuels. Shout out to um I will recall after I do this video, okay? But yeah, shout out to all those folks. Fung Brothers as well. I love watching their stuff. They seem cool as hell. If I ever get a chance to meet up with them, I'd definitely like to hang out and do one of those little foodie videos with them because I can't watch their videos when they're doing stuff about food unless I'm actually eating because I get hungry as hell watching it. I don't know how people watch cooking videos or food videos without getting hungry. Maybe I guess that's just me, but I can't do it. So anyway, back to the point after I made that long rant about the shout outs to all those guys. I like how Long Beach Griffey was mocking people who were mad at Elon Musk for buying Twitter, and he pointed out the selective outrage of folks, which is completely true. And that's why I call it slacktivism. I didn't coin the term, it's been around on the interwebs for about a decade now. And that's just people becoming politically active about things that's trending online. And that was a huge thing with the Ukraine. That's why it was a huge turnoff about the selective outrage about the Ukraine, because where was that outrage for the Palestinians? I mean, I you barely hear anything about the riots that happened on Good Friday in Jerusalem itself at a mosque where it was raided by Israeli police while these people are celebrating Ramadan, the holiest of holy months for Muslims. Okay, and if you caught my name Aman, no, I'm not Muslim, but that doesn't matter. I can empathize with anyone because I'm atheist, so it's all fairy tales to me. But in any case, the selective outrage for Ukraine, okay, but they ignore a lot of pertinent things, uh, which brings me to the fact that we get news coming from Europe because they're not going to broadcast it here in mainstream media in the U.S. that apparently the Russia's invasion was not unprovoked. Like people want to make it here that Vladimir Putin was just a madman that decided to invade them. Apparently, Ukraine had some militaristic aspirations for regaining Crimea and uh, capturing Donbass as well. I can't confirm that one way or the other, but there has been reports about it already that at least a year ago they had been planning on doing such things militaristically, uh, of course. Like I said, regaining Crimea after it was annexed from them. What was that, about 9 years ago or whenever? That and the region of Donbass, which is um, Russian folks. So it was not unprovoked. Now we can say, now there can be a conversation of who ultimately is at fault because it depends on how far you want to go in the chain of events. Well, X did Y, but only because Y did X, and that happened because of so on. It's like, so I don't know. It can go back to like the Middle Ages, okay, as far as who those folks are and the all that all the nonsense that goes on in Europe and elsewhere. But the point is, it wasn't an unprovoked invasion. Did it go overboard? Yeah. um, it kind of reminds me of the first Iraqi war, where we tried to make it like Iraq was so evil invading Kuwait, and then we find out that the reason Iraq invaded Kuwait was because Kuwait was siphoning Iraq's oil and was asked to stop. Um, so they stopped, and then instead they started using American technology to siphon the oil from under the ground. When Iraq caught wind to this, that's when they attacked. So it's rare. It's rare nowadays that a nation will just attack anyone unprovoked. Anytime the media wants you to believe this, that one nation attacked another nation unprovoked, take that cum grain of solace, um, with a grain of salt, because it's unlikely that with the UN and how global markets work and fear of retaliation, because everyone has an ally that's willing to help them out in case of something, that someone will just make that risk assessment and say, hey, yeah, let's go invade so and so, unless there was reason to do so. And that whole just as that holds for Iraq invading Kuwait, it holds for Russia invading Ukraine. Like I said, was it was it did they go too far? Probably. But was it unprovoked? Probably not. Okay, so I'm tired of selective outrage. And again, we know why. It's because they're a white European country. All the brown countries, I don't see the outrage online about it. Like I said, no one's talking about the stuff that happened in places like, the Sudan, Ethiopia, with the Palestinians and Israelis, with the Armenians and Turks, uh, with the Chinese and the Indians. No one's talking about that. And I can mention more, but fuck the fake outrage. And if your only issues is, yeah, you're upset about Elon Musk and the Ukraine, first world problems, guys. But I'm just a contrarian.